Check it out. Beautiful, stunning Cozumel, Mexico. It's like, even with the iPhone, like the colors are more saturated, but you can just tell like how green the forests are over here, how blue the sky is. It's gorgeous. I wrapped up my last dive on my trip here. It was the morning one. I went with this new group. They had like decent, like above average reviews on like Yelp and Google, but I was not impressed. It was like very unprofessional. I show up there like, oh, we didn't know you were gonna be diving today. Equipment was like kind of fuzzy, and like the wetsuits weren't really put together that well. They had holes and like patches in them, and then it was like just very unprofessional. So I would not go back. There's only one. The best group I've dove with here is probably Scuba Tony. If you're coming to Cozumel, check out Scuba Tony. But during the dive, we did see some cool stuff. There was one pretty massive stingray that just swam like directly in front of me. I was on the side, like looking towards where the sand is, hoping I'd see like stingrays run across that way. It just came, like my dive instructor, like he just pointed out like, yo, like watch out. I like swam to the side. Stingrays scare me. Sharks, like not so much, but I don't know why, just stingrays. I've seen one move at like near top speed, and the thing's like a lightning bolt. So something to be aware of. But yeah, cool stingray. We did see two nurse sharks like in a cave, and then one nurse shark going around hunting. It actually like circled us, which so like a bit upsetting. Like, why is it coming back to check us out? And then another cool, 2 or 3 cool turtles. Again, swam up to it. To be honest, I pet this one on the shell. You're not supposed to like touch the marine life, but it was just such a beautiful thing. I just wanted to touch it. I wouldn't do the head because I don't know if it's like a snapper turtle, could like bite my fingers off. But yeah, I gave a little pet on the shell. Cool little guy or girl. And what's funny though, was the other day I was diving. Which way is the camera on there? The other day I was diving, and I actually met a guy on my group, and we went to the same college, UC Santa Cruz. He's a couple years older than me. I think he graduated 4 years before I did. And we started just talking, chilling. He actually works remotely as a software engineer, so he just kind of travels. Been traveling around Mexico for the past like 5 months, going to place and just working while he's here. And we also both live in like pretty close to the same area back when I was living in the Bay Area. So just what an interesting coincidence. And we ended up grabbing lunch after. I was talking to him, and he's a pretty cool guy. He's probably like in terms of like a rating system, I'd say it's like an 8 out of 10. Like, dude's an absolute Chad. He's white, he's tall, he's pretty handsome. He's like well built too. In fact, I noticed like just how well built he was. I'm like, damn, bro, like you work out? Like, how do you like doing your workouts here when you're traveling? He's like, oh, I don't work out. And that just blew my mind. Like, how this dude looks like he works out like at least like 3 times a week. He's got plenty of good like size on his shoulders, his arms, triceps, even his neck's like a little bit thicker. And he's also got a good amount of sizing on his like upper chest, and like not abs, but like visible definition in his stomach. But talking a bit fast. So he doesn't work out. He doesn't have like visible definition on his like shoulders or his tricep line. But I was like blown away, like, bro, like you're jacked. Like, you look better than I do. And I'm out here in Mexico, like trying to find a gym and take taxis back and forth to. We're like, how do you look this good without working out? He's like, oh yeah, it's got good genetics. I guess my mom was a bodybuilder and stuff. And that just, to be honest, when he said that just really kind of pissed me off. Like, here I am in Mexico paying like $10 each way to go to the gym here. Well, taking taxis there. I have to pay for like a temporary gym membership. It's like a bit of a hassle when you're traveling to go do the whole gym thing. And this guy doesn't even do it. He's like way better looking than I am in terms of like physique. So that's like, that actually kind of pissed me off a lot. Like, that's not fair. But I kind of caught myself, like, because when you compare yourself to other people, comparison's the thief of joy. So yeah, like, it's easy for me to say now, like, oh yeah, just don't compare yourself to other people. It's so hard to do in the moment. We're like, fuck, this guy, more jacked than me, doesn't even work out. Like, it's just upsetting. Because I've been grinding for the past 1.5 years to put my size back on, so I lost so much mass during the lockdown in California. And I'm not even there, so I'm upset with myself. And here's this guy who doesn't even work out, and he's, god damn. But you got to remember, you can't compare yourself to other people, because it's not like a one-to-one direct comparison. Like, he told me before he worked as like a software engineer, he had this like sales job that he hated. He hated just going up and cold calling people and like convincing them to sell some product and like having them tell him like, hey, screw off. And most of them like not answering the phone, hanging up on him. And like, he hated that so much it pushed him to like learn like some Salesforce related stuff and become a software engineer. And maybe he had like other like, I don't know, maybe he has some like bad genetics in terms of like other senses. Maybe he has more risk of cancer or something like that, or maybe sunburns easily. I don't know, but that was like a thing where you can't, it's not a one-to-one comparison. So why bother? Even back when I was like in college and I'd see people posting on LinkedIn like, yeah, I got an internship at Apple, I got an internship at Nvidia, I got an internship at HP or like Adobe and all these like big tech companies. Here I am like 300 applications in, just struggling, just grinding to get something. I get like one interview with a company I don't even really want to work for, and I bomb that. That hurt. The same thing with Instagram. Like, social media kind of exemplifies this because you see like the best people at the top. But I'd see like guys that are just like, I'd be getting a good workout in the gym and I'd see like some guy just absolutely yoked come up on like my like the For You page or whatever, where you see there's like just these baddies, you're like, damn, I don't even have one. And then yeah, like that kind of hurts you. But you got to remember, like, you can't be upset with other people if they have some advantages because you can't see their disadvantages. It'd be like, okay, I'm not as popular as this rock star, but he also has like a drug addiction and alcohol addiction. He also has like a very bad heart from all the drugs. I don't even know, something like that. So it's not fair to make that. If you want to be upset with someone, like, be upset with yourself. Because I caught myself like about that guy. I can't be mad at him for having like better genetics in terms of lifting weights when I could rather be mad at myself for not working out during the lockdown in California. Sure, gyms were closed, but I could have done some sort of at-home workout, some calisthenics thing anything. And I didn't do that, so that's my fault. So the reason why I'm like so small right now, and like I'm not, camera cut off there. The reason why like I'm pretty small right now compared to where I was, I'm still not as big as I was before. What is this camera? I'm still not as big as I was before the lockdown in California. This was like 3.5 years ago. Like, that's my fault. I made bad decisions to not work out and lose that muscle. So that's on me. So I definitely like no animosity towards that guy. He's a chill guy. Maybe I'll see him again or sometime in like Livermore. Maybe he said he's going to like Uruguay or some Latin American country like on that side of the world later on. So yeah, he's a chill guy, cool dude. Good for him, having good genetics. I'm sure he's got his advantages and disadvantages, but so do I. So do the same thing with yourself. Like, when you get envious of other people, because the comparison is the thief of joy, just remind yourself, like, if there's someone you want to be upset with yourself. But in reality, just know, like, hey, you're working on becoming the best version of yourself, and that's what matters. Where someone else is now, that won't affect you. All that animosity will do is just hold you back, and you'll have more negative thoughts, and it'll just make you, like, lower. It's not a good thing to have. So catch yourself doing that. And here's one more little view of Cozumel. Kind of touching more towards the, not like the touristy area, but like coming up on my hotel, just some like local stuff. All right. And I'll catch you next time.